I didn't fight. I didn't scream. I didn't chase her when she said, "I just don't feel it anymore." I just looked at her, nodded, and walked away, not because I didn't love her, but because I was tired of proving I was worth staying. Before I get into what happened next, let me say this. If you've ever been left behind by someone you gave everything to, hit that subscribe button. And if this story feels even a little like yours, leave a comment. You're not alone. Not even close. My name is Zane, and I was with Alina for 5 years. She was loud laughter and wild plans. I was quiet mornings and simple peace, but we fit at least. I thought we did. We had our routines, Sunday breakfasts, late-night grocery runs, that dumb TV show we both pretended to hate but never missed. But somewhere in year 5, I felt her start drifting. It started with her phone always face down, then the late replies, then the growing silence. When I'd ask about her day, she didn't shit, at least not in the physical sense, but emotionally. She was already gone. One night, she sat across from me at our tiny kitchen table and said, "Zane, I feel stuck. I don't think I'm happy anymore." No tears, no drama, just quiet disappointment like love was something she used to believe in. And now she didn't. I didn't ask her to stay. I didn't list all the things we'd been through or remind her how many times I'd chosen her even when it hurt. I just said, okay. She packed her things the next morning, took the photo albums, her perfume from the shelf, even the chipped coffee mug we both loved. I watched her leave. She didn't say goodbye. She didn't even look back. The days after were quiet. Too quiet. The silence in the house wasn't peaceful anymore. It was suffocating. I went to work, ate the same meals, but I wasn't really living, just functioning. Friends kept saying, "You handled it like a champ, bro." What they didn't see were the 3 a.m. breakdowns, or how I kept her contact pinned even though we didn't talk. How I still paused when her favorite song played like she'd magically show up if I listened closely enough. I didn't block her. I didn't try to make her jealous. I stayed quiet even when I saw her with someone new on Instagram 2 months later. Even when she looked happier in photos than she ever looked in our living room. Even when mutual friends told me, she said, Zane was too safe, too boring. I need adventure. It hurt. God, it hurt. But I stayed silent because if someone doesn't choose you, why beg them to? Time passed. I started building myself back, Jim. New books. Learning how to cook real meals instead of just takeout. I even painted one of the rooms she always said felt too dull. I wasn't waiting for her anymore, but I hadn't completely let go either. Then came that day exactly 1 year later, and down to the week I got a text. "Hey, can I call you?" I stared at it for 5 minutes, heart racing, thumb hovering. I said sure. 10 minutes later, my phone rang. Her name lit up the screen like a ghost I never buried. Her voice shook. "Hi, Zane, I hope I'm not interrupting." I said, "You're not." Then silence, not the painful kind. The kind where someone's trying to figure out how to say something that doesn't sound selfish. She finally spoke. "I saw a photo of you the other day. Someone posted a picture from a friend's birthday. You look happy, healthier." I stayed quiet. She sighed. "I didn't call to small talk. I called to say I'm sorry." Another pause. "I made a mistake. I thought leaving would help me find more and more passion, more excitement, but all I found was noise. People who talked but never listened. People who kissed without meaning it. And in all that mess I realized something. I didn't say a word. I let her fill the silence. You weren't too safe. You were home. You were peace. And I left that behind. Thinking chaos would feel better. But I was wrong. Then she said the words, I'll never forget. Zane, letting you go was the biggest mistake of my life. And here's the part most people don't expect. I didn't say come back. Didn't say I've been waiting for you. I said I forgave you, but I'm not the same man you left behind. She was quiet this time, continued. I learned to live without you. I built a life where my happiness doesn't depend on whether you choose me. She sniffled. I still love you, she whispered. And I replied, I believe you, but love isn't enough anymore. Not after silence, not after being made to. Feel like I wasn't enough. There was nothing cruel in my voice, just calm truth. She asked, "Is there any chance at all?" I thought about the nights I cried alone, the days I doubted myself because of her words, the version of me I had. To rebuild from scratch? And then I said, "There might have been once, but not anymore." "You taught me what it feels like to be forgotten, and I can't forget that," she cried, said she understood, said goodbye. This time I was the one who didn't look back. Not. All closure comes in the form of reunion. Sometimes it's knowing that someone who hurt you finally realizes what they lost, and it no longer changes a thing. I stayed quiet when she moved on, not because I was weak, but because I was strong, enough to let her. And 1 year later, when she called me her biggest mistake, I didn't take her back because I finally stopped being one. If this story found you in a place where you're still hurting, still healing, take this as a sign. You don't have to. Chase what left you. Sometimes silence speaks louder than 1,000 words. Hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more true stories, real hearts, and healing that doesn't need permission. You matter even to the ones who never said,